quarterback of the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down.
watch him. He's going to set up. He's going to go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CFSL, brought to you by PX1 Sports. My name is Morty. I'm here with Val. We're looking at some action between the Notre Dame Fighting Irish versus Florida State. How we feeling, Val?
Feeling really good. Florida State walks into this game at 4-1 with a chance to get their 5th win of the season. Notre Dame looking for their first win of the season here tonight, but they have a tough Seminole team in front of them.
And Notre Dame not going out without a fight today. Haven't been able to find a win so far in the season, but there's a chance that this might end today as they're going to start this game off with the ball in control as the return starts here. And put down at the 30-yard line. That's Bryson Richards with a return.
Yeah, solid return there by Richards to open up the game. Impact player Mitchell Davis, big 5-star running back from Durango, Colorado.
And first play of the game, the right hash mark of the 29-yard line. Notre Dame looks to get things started here. Mitchell Davis with ball in hand. Quick throw down the middle, able to find a first down for Dalton Wentz.
That's the freshman tight end Dalton Wentz on the catch there for Notre Dame. Quick pass to move the sticks early on.
And a good throw by Matt Perez. Two receivers on the left side, faking the handoff. Bit of pressure in the pocket, forced them to throw down, but nobody was home.
He kind of does a little 360 there in the pocket, and good job by the Florida State defense, able to come up with the stop there.
Three receivers on the left side, towards the right hash mark, 41-yard line. Matt Perez looking for a good throw and does not connect.
And a solid job there by the Florida State defense. A big 3rd and 10 coming up for the Fighting Irish.
Looking for a first down, 3rd and 10. Might mean bad news for the Fighting Irish. Looking for a throw on the right side and almost gets intercepted, but just going to be a slap down for now.
And a great play there by the Florida State, forcing a 3 and out there for Notre Dame as they're going to get this ball here after this punt.
Yeah, but unfortunate. They got one portion of the field moved a little bit, but it is what it is. Ball goes towards Florida State now, running a field, and looks like going to get put down at the 30-yard line. Schultz got a little bit of yardage there.
Yeah, good return there for Schultz. He's had a really great season so far.
Now on the left hash mark of the 30-yard line, three receivers on the right side. Let's see what Florida State does here with Scally holding onto the ball, passes it off to D-Money for a 2-yard rush.
Yeah, quick screen outright to his running back and able to gain a couple solid game there for Florida State.
And we've seen a lot of good things from D-Money so far in this season. He's been a great consistent player for Florida State. Let's see what he does in this game. Quarterback holds on, goes for a quick slant route to Alexander Schultz for an 18-yard reception.
And he's had a really great season so far, 652 yards and 6 touchdowns. He had a quiet week last week, but he's getting started here early on in this drive.
Yeah, a lot of reliable players on the side of Florida State. I think there's a lot of go-to guys. Maybe not your consistent players, but if you need to go to somebody, I like D-Money, Davian Augustin, definitely some consistent players over there. One receiver on each side right now here at the 50-yard line, halfway down the field. Good throw down, almost got intercepted there by Zach Workman.
A dangerous throw there by Scally, almost into the hands of Zach Workman, but good defense there by the Fighting Irish.
Good defense indeed. Just a little more of that work, and they'll be able to stop the ball from Florida State. Moving on, 2nd and 10. Bare middle of the field. TJ Scally holding on to the ball, looking for a target on the right side, and left completely open. Alexander Schultz yet again.
Yeah, great pass there. He's got 2 catches for 31 yards tonight so far. Over on Twitch, we have a 30-yard touchdown pass to Cam Ellis as Virginia Tech's going to start 7-0 over UNC with 7:16 left in the first.
Three receivers on the left side. First down for Florida State, looking for a target. Big throw down the right, but goes out of bounds.
Yeah, instant pressure up the middle forces him to toss that one away, and they live to see another down.
Two receivers on the left side. 2nd and 10 on the right hash mark of the 38. Running upfield himself is TJ Scally. Hey, if you can't find a hole, make a hole. That's a first down.
Yeah, the big 6'4", 230-pound freshman quarterback able to make it work with his legs.
And he's not scared of contact. I love to see that from quarterbacks. Two receivers on the left side, but we're investing in the handoff here. This time going to D Money, who picks up 3. We're 2nd and 7.
A solid 3-yard gain there by D Money, and good stop there for the Notre Dame defense as they're just outside the red zone here.
Getting super close to the red zone. A couple yards away from a first down. Good throw down the middle. We'll find that first down needed. Chris Clark, 17-yard reception, and we are super close to the goal here.
Yeah, he's coming off a big game. 5 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown last week. He's getting started here on this first drive and with a big catch there.
And will Florida State walk away with our first touchdown of the game? We're just a couple minutes into the first quarter here. 3 receivers on the left side, and Scally Shirley's going to be looking for one of them. Fakes the handoff. Scally's going to hold on to it. Run upfield. Touchdown, Florida State.
And just great blocks up front, a lot of open space to the outside. Great read there by Scally, pulling that at the perfect time and all green grass ahead of him as he gets into the end zone. Great play there by Scally.
A great play and a great read, not just about the physicality, but the fact that he knew, hey, this is my time. A lot of covered receivers. I'm going to make it happen myself. Great read right there. Followed by Andrew Pence on the kick, who secures the PAT.
Florida State coming out with the first touchdown here. Great momentum in their favor. As they open this game, heavy favorites as well. See what Notre Dame can do.
Notre Dame back in control of the ball. We're going to kneel and play it safe. Smart move. We are getting to our second drive for Notre Dame so far. Their first one didn't go so well. They got to move the chains once, but did get stopped right after. Let's see if the offense can come up with something a little more magical this time around. 2 receivers on the left side of the 25-yard line. Run outfield for Mitchell Davis, but can't quite find too many yards. 2nd and 10 still.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there in the backfield immediately. He's able to shrug off one guy, but still not able to get a gain out of that. Good play there by the Florida State defense.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on left. Hand off to Mitchell Davis yet again, but taken down in the backfield. A swarm of red takes down Mitchell.
Yeah, a lot of guys there in the backfield. Wade Smith on the first contact, but Speedy Howard credited with the tackle for loss. The corner coming up there, making a big play on the freshman running back. Notre Dame 0 for 1 on 3rd down to start this game so far.
Will they be able to get rid of that goose egg, or will we maybe see another first down here? Good throw down the right side, but doesn't land. Deflected down by Riley Quinn.
Yeah, I love how he threw it past the sticks at least, but a dangerous throw and a great play there by Riley Quinn to get the ball back for the Seminoles.
And the Florida defense once again looks unstoppable. Notre Dame punts this downfield, and it's picked up at the 41. Let's see how many yardage we can find here. Past the halfway mark at the 49. Alexander Schultz puts Florida State more than halfway downfield.
Yeah, great return there by Schultz. Puts him up past midfield. He's had a big game so far. He's had a big season so far. Let's see if he can add to it.
First down, Florida State back in control. Hands that off to D Money. Runs upfield, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Clipping. Offense.
The dreaded clipping call. Goodness.
And that's going to nullify that run for Florida State. 1st and 17 for him here.
And with just 4 minutes, not even into this first quarter, a lot of opportunity for Florida State to really assert their dominance. Let's see if the Notre Dame D will let that happen, though. D Money gets the catch. Oh, it's C.J. Jackson on the reception.
Great catch there by C.J. Jackson on that first down. They started a bit behind the original line of scrimmage, but now big game there for C.J. Jackson makes this 2nd down much more manageable.
2 on left, 1 on right. Handoff this time goes to David Augustin, but couldn't quite find any yards out of it. 3rd and 7 for Florida State.
That's a great play there from Cohen James. We've seen a lot out of him in the run game. He has 4 tackles for loss on the season. We're going to add that to his total, make it 5.
3rd and 7 towards the right hash mark of the 42-yard line. Ball in hand for Mitchell. TJ Scally. Big throw down the left side, and it's picked up by CJ Jackson. Touchdown for Florida State.
Yeah, clean pocket here. CJ Jackson just wide open downfield. Shrugs off a defender at the end there. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch, and a great execution for a Florida State touchdown.
And with all the running game that Florida State's been putting out so far, it was a little unexpected by the Notre Dame D. They weren't seeing that one coming, and it just caught them off guard. And that's just how it goes sometimes. A big throw like that made a big play happen. 14 points on the board for Florida State, and Notre Dame have yet to get rid of that goose egg right next to the ND there. But they have a lot more opportunity. The night is young, and we're barely halfway through this first quarter, and they're not getting their hands back on the ball. Let's see how this return goes down. Gets dropped right after the 20. It's 24 yards on the return for Bryson Richards.
A solid return there for Richards, and Notre Dame's going to have a chance to go down, get a score of their own here.
And the energy is contagious here in the Florida State Stadium. Two receivers on the left side. Mitchell Davis gets the handoff, and a sea of red swarms him for 8 yards found. Mitchell Davis.
Yeah, Davis had an okay game last week. 17 carries for 46 yards. They're getting him going here, probably on this drive. A nice 8-yard carry for him.
Yeah, he's a good go-to. I think he's a good backup plan. I still want to see a little more out of the passing game from Notre Dame, but I think Mitchell Davis is a great reliability halfback. I like seeing him do what he does. This time, looks like Matt Perez is going to hold on to it. Good throw upfield for Andy Johnson, secures that first down.
And that's a great play for the junior. That's his first catch of the game. We've seen a lot for him this season as well. Their go-to target, 25 catches for 429 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Receiver on the left side. Mitchell Davis walks up to block, looking for a target on the left, but nobody was home.
And not anyone in sight, and that could have been a dangerous throw as that one hung in there for a second. Florida State could have taken that the other way.
And one on each side. Another handoff to Mitchell Davis, but gets thrown away. Good Lord.
And he gets absolutely pile drove there by Frost Winter. Able to, get back to the line of scrimmage, but a huge hit there.
3rd and 10. Notre Dame need to make something happen here fast, but offsides.
Actually looks like the whole lineman jumped.
Third and 15. That makes their odds even worse. Notre Dame not looking good here, but the play has not happened yet. They've got a big opportunity here. Play action moves one to the right side. Matt Perez deep in the pocket. Big throw downfield. What happens from here? It's caught. It's caught. Andy Johnson with 44 yards on the reception. Massive play there from Notre Dame.
And just a great run there by Andy Johnson. Great route, and he's able to come down with that one. Huge catch there, and that gives them a lot of momentum here on this drive.
And they've got a great field position going forward here in the first quarter, the right hash mark of the 19-yard line. A lot of opportunity for Notre Dame to finally get some points on the board, and that's exactly what they need here. Matt Perez backs up in pocket, but just too much pressure in the pocket, sacked for 2 yards.
Great sack there by Kai Forche over on switch with a 37-yard touchdown pass to Harper Orndorff as Virginia Tech takes a 14-3 lead on North Carolina with 3:04 left in the first.
Now at the 21, a little bit farther back than that. Notre Dame have a hard position to fight for, but handoff to Mitchell Davis, taken down in the backfield, read like a book by the Florida State D.
Only a gain of 1, and we have a big third down here for Notre Dame. 1 for 3 on third down so far tonight.
2 receivers on the left side. It's Matt Perez in the pocket. Big throw downfield, and it lands in the hands of Dalton Wentz. That's a touchdown for the Fighting Irish.
That is a beautiful floater ball. Hangs in there, almost kind of in triple coverage, but able to lob it over the defenders and put it exactly where Dalton Wentz wanted that ball at. And beautiful throw, beautiful catch for Notre Dame's first score of the game.
Now we go for the PAT. That'll be Wally Wyatt on the kick. It's successful. 7 points on the board for Notre Dame as they try to crawl their way back into this game. It's far from over. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And part of me thinks that Notre Dame have a lot of opportunity to come back here.
Yeah, that they do. Over on Twitch, we have a 73-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Richardson for UNC as they trail 14-10 with 2:52 left in the first. Solid return here by CJ Jackson.
Solid indeed. First down. Now the Florida State's got their hands back on the ball. Let's see how this goes. Two receivers on the left side. Backing up in the pocket. That's Scally. Good throw downfield. Goes to Alexander Schultz for a first down and some change on top of that.
Yeah, beautiful tight window throw there on the slant, and Schultz is going to come down with that one every single time, and of course gets a little more for good measure, and a great play there. The Scally to Schultz connection still building here in front of our eyes.
Scally and Schultz, peas in a pod. I love to see these two work. Florida offense looking great so far. Florida State here. Handoff to D Money, swings out to the right side and barely shy of a first down. That's second in inches.
Yeah, great blocks up front there, and he had a nice lane to go and get 10 yards on the play. A short second down here.
Two receivers on left, one on right. Let's see who Scally looks for. Good throw down middle. Perfect dart to Zane Tree.
And hits the check down, able to move the sticks, and good play from Scally to just get the ball out of his hands and into the big tight end's hands.
And the Notre Dame D needs to make a stop here if they want to get back into this game. Florida State marching downfield, first down here. Scally looks for a target. Good throw on right. Chris Clark steps out of bounds.
Yeah, only a 3-yard gain there, but a positive gain at that.
Just a couple yards. That's good, though. I'll take that any day of the week. That's what gets the chains moving. So that's exactly what they need. One receiver on each side. Handoff goes towards D Money, who runs upfield, finds a first down. 15 yards on the rush. D Money making results happen.
Yeah, great blocks up front here on this run. You see him get to the second level, and he's still bulldozing through a bunch of Fighting Irish defenders for a first down and a lot more.
First down yet again. One more movement of the chains will result in goal line for Florida State. The 20-yard line is where they reside. Scally steps back just a couple steps. Good throw off to the right side. Paulie Boomer picks up 8 yards.
That's the 3-star senior with his first catch of the night. Paulie Boomer already surpassing his last week's total with that catch there.
Two on left, one on right. Scally looking for a target. Deflected down there by Kai Rainey.
Yeah, very dangerous throw there. Almost picked off and went the other way. Florida State 1 for 1 on third down so far, and they have a short one here.
A short one indeed. This could be a handoff to D Money. We're going for a pass instead. Callie's able to get it off and into the end zone. Florida State goes. Touchdown for Florida State.
Yeah, just great throw underneath the Chris Clark and a lot of open space in front of him to get to that end zone, and he does just that. And a nice 2-possession lead here for the Seminoles.
A great spot indeed for the Seminoles. 20 points on the board so far. That'll be Andrew Pence looking to make it 21. Let's see how the kick goes. Successful. Good look for him. 21 to Notre Dame 7. And the Fighting Irish, if there's one thing I know about them, they won't go down without a fight. So a lot of game to be had here as the night is young. And the ball is going to go back to Notre Dame here. Decent return. That's Kareem Klein for 22 yards on the return. Able to make something happen there and get Notre Dame in a decent position to fight back with.
And over on Twitch, we have a 17-yard touchdown pass to Harper Orndorff. That's our second of the night. Virginia Tech goes up 21-10 over UNC with 49 seconds left in the first.
Hand off to Mitchell Davis, who runs upfield left side and finds a good 7. That's not too bad at all.
Yeah, really good run to the outside. He's going to fight for every inch. We saw him at the out of bounds marker. He's still stiff arming a defender.
Two on right, play action, moves one over. Looking for a target. Matt Perez tries to run upfield, but he's sacked for 6.
Yeah, great play there by Monty Lee. Perez tried to get out of the pocket, but just ran right into the loving arms of League.
Not so loving arms, I would say. That was kind of a rough hit. I know what you mean, though, as we line back up here, 3rd and 8. And the 3rd down conversion ratio doesn't look great for Notre Dame, but they still got to put their heart into it. Good throw off to Mitchell Davis, who's able to find that 1st down, able to keep his feet under him and keep those feet moving. That's big results there for ND.
Yeah, he just does a great job there, bouncing off a bunch of defenders and getting past those sticks to move the chains.
And with 30 seconds left here in the 1st quarter, Notre Dame are looking to make something happen here fast. Mitchell Davis steps back, but this is a handoff up left side, able to fight for that 1st down. Mitchell Davis picks up 10.
Yeah, and they're getting some momentum going the way on this drive. They had some solid blocks out front. Mitchell Davis going to hit that hole and solid 10-yard gain there.
3 on right side. Notre Dame looking to make something happen here. Handoff is able to secure that 1st down. Leon Adams with a 6-yard rush.
That's the walk-on getting the carry there. Nice 6-yard gain to move the sticks, and we're just underneath the midfield marker here.
And 1st quarter is wrapped up there. 7 points on the board for Notre Dame and 21 for Florida State so far. But that's only 1 quarter. We still got 3 left, so we'll be right back. We'll see you in just a moment. And we're back here, folks. 2 on right side, 1 on left. As Notre Dame line up on the ball, the left hash mark. Looks like Matt Perez is going to hold on to it. Looking for a target. He decides to run upfield, but he is taken down. Ouch.
He gets absolutely smacked there by Wade Smith after a gain of 3. You saw Mitchell Davis look like he was taking the handoff. He got hit and created enough time there for Matt Perez to get out in space.
2nd and 7 for Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish putting up a fight here halfway down the field. Play action moves one over. That's Mitchell Davis getting the handoff of Leon Adams with a 2-yard rush.
That's the walk-on there again. On 2nd down, only able to get 2, but a very manageable 3rd down here for Notre Dame. They're 3 for 5 so far tonight.
Right hash mark. Matt Perez backing things up. Deep throw down the field, but couldn't quite find the target.
Yeah, B.J. Cooksey, the man in coverage there, and just a tad too far there for Perez, and they're just going to have to punt this one back to the Seminoles.
That is unfortunate for the Fighting Irish. They put up a good fight there. That looked like a decent drive, but just a couple unfortunate plays here and there. It is what it is. That's the game of football. That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, they're putting together some solid drives, but Florida State putting together even better drives so far tonight.
And handoff this time. Scally holding on to it. Takes the handoff. Throws downfield to Alexander Schultz for 16 yards.
That's his 4th catch of the night, and another big one for him. Hits him on the slant once again. That Scally and Schultz connection just continues to build.
Continuing to build here. Florida State 1st down yet again. And they've got a little bit more than half of the field to work down, residing at the 37-yard line. 2 receivers on to the left. Let's see what Scally looks for. C.J. Jackson able to find 5.
And a good diving catch there, but if that was just a tad, bit better of a pass, that could have been a nice little game there, but a solid gain of 5 either way.
2 on right, 1 on left. Left hash mark, handoff. This time going towards the money, able to find that 1st down.
Yeah, just behind the midfield marker here now, and a solid gain there by D-Money.
This could be a big run here. It looks like D-Money in the backfield, but we're going for a pass instead. Up left side, big yards found, 1st down, a bit of change on top of that. Chris Clark finds a massive throw.
Yeah, when in doubt, corner route, and there's Chris Clark off of that one right there. Another huge gain for the Seminoles.
A huge game for the Seminoles indeed. 7 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter as they're moving those chains in quick time, play after play. 2 receivers on the right side. We're on the left hash mark towards the 31. Scally backs up in the pocket, able to get the throw off towards Chris Clark to secure another first down.
Yeah, they're putting together a really good drive so far. Chris Clark heavily involved on this one. Scally 14 for 17 so far tonight for the lefty.
And 2 on the right side, 1 on the left. Quick dump off to the left side. That goes towards CJ Jackson. Only finds 2 yards on the reception.
Yeah, only a couple of yards there. No blockers up front. He just gets absolutely tattooed on the hit there by Zach Workman. Look at that.
Oh, God, that's got to hurt. Does not feel good if you're CJ Jackson, but look at him get right back up. I love the fight in this guy. I love the fight that we're seeing from Florida State as they're ahead of the game by a good amount. I don't think it's anything that Notre Dame is writing home about just yet, but good throw up left side. Scally gets it deflected.
Yeah, good defense there by Notre Dame. Bryson Richards on the stop there, but Florida State 2 for 2 on third down, and they have a 3rd and 8 here.
1 on each side. Left hash mark. Looking for a good throw. That goes towards D-Money, who gets plastered right after the first down is found.
And a good check down there by Scally. Enough space for D-Money. You just get across that line to gain. It's 1st and goal.
D-Money, along with the rest of Florida State, have been putting up results so far. Let's see if we can turn 21 into 28. So there's 1 receiver on each side. That's D-Money in the backfield. Scally's holding on to it, looking for a pass. And it lands. CJ Jackson with a touchdown. Florida State.
Yeah, heavily covered there. A lot of defenders there, but CJ Jackson able to come down, make a great play there. You see on this replay, heavily covered, maybe a bit underthrown too, but he's working with what he's got, and that's a huge play for the Seminoles.
Extra points out, and it's found. 28 so far for Florida State, and we're not even halfway done with this game. Notre Dame has a lot of ground to cover if they want to get their way back into this one. Able to find 30 yards on the return. That's Kareem Klein. And that puts Notre Dame in a decent position, but still a lot of field to be found here. A lot of work to be done. Let's see if Mitchell Davis, Matt Perez, and the rest of the Fighting Irish can put up a fight here as we're closing in towards halftime. Not there just yet. Quick throw off to the right side. Does go to Mitchell Davis, but no yards found. As a matter of fact, we lost some.
Yeah, a great play there by Wade Smith. 1-on-1 with Mitchell Davis on the outside. An open space, and he's just going to make that tackle. Beautiful hit there for the loss. And Florida State coming out here on defense, going for some big plays here.
And Notre Dame are fighting this game 1 play at a time. Every snap counts. Every play means something huge for Notre Dame. So let's see how they treat this next one. Good throw off to the left side, but pushed out of bounds. Desi Harrison with 11 yards, 3rd and 2.
That's his first catch of the game, and that makes this 3rd down a lot more manageable as they come up here with 3rd and 2. Wade Smith on the stop there.
Good stop indeed. That was a good play from Notre Dame, and it was read well by Florida State. Didn't let too many yards go through, but enough to get to a close to 1st down position. Handoff here goes towards Mitchell Davis, but a sea of red swarms the ball. 4th and 2 is going to force Notre Dame to punt this out.
And Cam Brooks with the 1st down saving tackle there is he gets the shoestring, and Notre Dame is going to punt this one back.
Ball lands at the 18-yard line, runs upfield, finds a little bit on top of that, 13 yards on the reception for Alexander Schultz.
Yeah, really solid return there by Schultz. He's had a pretty good game so far all around as a returner and as a receiver.
Looks like D-Money in the backfield there. Could be a handoff. Quick throw instead. Deflected down. Oh, Chris Clark on the reception.
Yeah, great catch there by Chris Clark. A solid underneath throw. He's got 6 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown on the night.
Got 2 receivers on each side. And Scally's way back there looking for a target. Bit of pressure in the pocket. Forces him to throw. and it almost got intercepted. You just got to keep your hands on the ball there, Notre Dame.
Yeah, dangerous throw, and that one almost picked off there by Cohen James. And a big third down coming up here for the Fighting Irish defense.
2 on right side. Scally looking for a target yet again. Bit of pressure in the pocket forced him to throw. Chris Clark finds the ball 9 yards on the reception. First down has been found.
Yeah, able to check it down there to Chris Clark and give him a chance to get past those sticks, and he does just that.
The right hash mark of the 45-yard line. And Scally finds another quick throw off to the right side, but put down quickly is Alexander Schultz. Only 3 yards on the reception.
Just a short 3-yard gain there, but you can kind of tell the approach of the drive so far for Florida State. It's just those dink and dunk throws, short yardage at every time, and just wind the clock down.
Handoff this time goes towards the money. 2 yards on the rush. Hey, it's better than none.
Yeah, only a couple of yards there makes it 3rd and 5, and a 4 for 4 on 3rd down for Florida State. Let's see if they keep that streak going here.
I'll tell you what, swing D money out to the right here. That could be the move. Play action, moves one over to the left. 3 receivers on left side. Looking for a pass instead. Scally throws off. Good throw. And able to find the first down. Able to run upfield. That's D money on the reception. Man, this guy's making money plays tonight.
That he is. Great blocks up front for D money. Able to shrug off one defender and get past the sticks to reset him.
This guy's got hands and he's got legs. Dual threat halfback right there. Handoff goes again to D money, but couldn't quite find yardage this time around.
That's a great play there by Keith Battle, swarming in there. A lot of Notre Dame defenders coming in there, but Keith Battle coming up with that tackle for loss and a big play there.
And 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Looks like a big passing opportunity for Scally. Play action moves one over. Defense looks unscathed. A lot of pressure in the pocket. Scally throws quick, and it does land into the hands of Zane Tree. 13 yards found. First down is the play.
Yeah, the big 255-pound tight end coming up with that nice catch there, and he's able to push forward for a first down. Cohen James on the stop.
Absolute unit for Florida State, getting the chains moving. First down yet again. Scally looking for a pass. Throw off left side, and it's found by Paulie Boomer. 9 yards on the reception, just shy of a first down.
Yeah, Florida State doing a very good job of getting the running backs and the tight ends involved here on this drive. A slow, methodical drive has led to a lot of good plays for them so far, though.
And they're in the lead. They're bleeding out the clock, giving less opportunity for Notre Dame to make something happen. That's Wesley Hicks for a tackle in the backfield. D-Money lost a bit of yardage there.
And they bring up a 3rd and 4 here. This is a big 3rd down here for the Notre Dame defense. And, of course, Florida State still perfect on 3rd down.
2 receivers on right side, 1 on left. And Perez might be looking for a target. Sorry, Scally looking for a target here in just a moment. A lot of pressure in the pocket. Blitz forward, forces the ball through, and that's D-Money on the reception. Just when Scally needed him, there's D-Money. Quick throw, yards found, and first down is the reward.
And over on Twitch, we have a 2-yard touchdown run by Maxwell Warndorf from Virginia Tech. Extends the lead to 31-13 with 2:30 left in the half.
2 receivers on right side. Scally looking for a target. Good slant route, but is deflected down.
A great play there by Carlos Banks, diving and swatting that one down for the Notre Dame defense.
2 receivers on each side. Yet again, 2nd and 10 is the play for Florida State. Scally steps back into the pocket. Good throw off to the right side. Touchdown, Florida State.
A great play there. We saw Zach Workman trying to close in there, but not enough time as Brian Stewart's going to catch that one there. Scally, I believe he's up to 4 touchdowns on the night with that one.
And goodness, the gas in the tank for Florida State just seems to never end. That drive, while it did take some time, they've been doing great as far as moving the ball, moving chains, and getting points on the board. 35 to be exact, and 7 still for Notre Dame. But they're about to get the ball back, and 1.5 minutes left until we get to halftime. Let's see what the Fighting Irish can do.
A really big first half so far by Scally, but Notre Dame's got to try and figure something out here. Solid return there by Bryson Richards.
Mitchell Davis has been putting up a good performance there in the first part of the game, but here in the second quarter, I mean, it has been a long drive for Florida State, so no surprise that he hasn't found too much hang time just yet. But now with the ball back in the hands of the Fighting Irish, something tells me Mitchell Davis will get a little more attention. Stepping out of pocket, Matt Perez is sacked for -4.
Yeah, great play there by the defense. Mark Sala on the sack there.
Going to be bad news. Good throw upfield, goes towards Mitchell Davis.
And checked it down to Mitchell Davis to make this third down a lot more manageable for him. They're 3 for 7 on the big money down.
2 on left, 1 on right. Matt Perez looking for a target, a bit of pressure in the pocket, forces the throw. Hayden Jackson able to slap it down.
Yeah, that one went straight to Hayden Jackson. He could have picked that one off and took it the other way, but they're still going to get the ball back just with a longer field.
A much longer field. Good punt down the field. Lands at the 29, running up field. Gets to the halfway mark. About the 49, Alexander Schultz is put down. That's still a really good field position for Florida State to get this next drive started. Something tells me they might get the points back up to 40 before we get to halftime.
Yeah, that was a really good return by Schultz, so I got to give credit to the Notre Dame defender there. Yeah, it could have been a touchdown-saving tackle on the ankle pick there.
There's one receiver on each side. The money's in the backfield. Scally looking for a target. Able to, doesn't connect.
A good break up of the ball there by Quinn Geezy there, and a huge play there. Only 1:21 left in this second quarter.
Ball in hand for Scally. Throw out to Alexander Schultz. Finds the first down.
A good play there by Alexander Schultz. He's getting more and more involved as we go.
Scally looking for a big throw on the right side. Bit of pressure in the pocket, forces the throw away. Goes to Zane Tree. Only 1 yard found.
Only 1 yard there, but they're still pushing forward. Still a minute left, a couple of timeouts to go for them.
2 on each side, the right hash mark of the 39-yard line. Scally steps back, looking for a target. Target acquired, target not found.
And a great stop there. I don't know who was there on the stop, but either way, great there. Florida State 6 for 6 on third down.
1 on each side. Scally steps back deep in the pocket. A lot of pressure. Forces the quick throw. Goes to D-Money for 4 yards. 4th and 5. That's a good stop from Notre Dame, but we're going to go for it.
I like the aggressiveness.
I love it, man. 2 receivers on the left side. Big opportunity for Florida State to get some more points before this first half is over. Blitz forces the throw, able to run upfield, able to find a first down, gets past the 20. D-Money making things happen right before halftime shows up. Rushing back onto the ball. 2 receivers on each side yet again. 40 seconds left on the clock. And stepping back off right side. Surely this is a pass from Scally. Good bit of pressure in the pocket. Forces the throw off left. That's Ben Fink with a 3-yard reception.
Yeah, that's his first catch of the night. They're just inching closer to the end zone with every pass here.
Love to see what Florida State's doing here. 30 seconds left on the clock, and they're looking for another touchdown. Scally's looking for a target. Throw out to the right side, just shy. And Zach Workman put some work in.
And he needed to take a couple of seconds there, maybe set his feet off platform throw, not able to connect. Florida State 6 for 7 on third downs.
2 receivers on each side. The left hash mark is where Scally lies. Good throw into the end zone. But wait a minute. That's an interception. That's an interception from Notre Dame.
And a beautiful play made there. A huge pick. And I believe that was a walk-on in. And the walk-on coming up big for Notre Dame, forcing the pick there, not getting any points out of that one.
Notre Dame with 20 seconds left on the clock. Finds a throw to J.J. Ward, but gets shut down.
That's his first catch of the night. Notre Dame has 2 timeouts in 20 seconds. They might try and play this, for a score and then try and get down the field.
I would love to see a lot of investment in the passing game from Matt Perez, but the clock has ran out. Halftime is here. 7 points on the board for Notre Dame, 35 for Florida State. And while the night is young, there's a whole another half to go through. There's a lot of points that we need to be made up for Notre Dame.
Yeah, a lot needs to be made up for here. I want to talk about TJ Scally. He's had a great game. 4 touchdowns, and let's just forget about that last pick there for a second. 4 touchdowns for Scally and the Florida State offense, and they're up 35-7. They have had a huge game so far on the offensive side of the ball. D Money's played a great game. Alexander Schultz has played a great game. Ryan Stewart as well, Chris Clark, all of these guys, a lot of talent that Florida State has, and they're putting it to good use tonight. Notre Dame, though, down 28. They need to air the ball out a lot more than they have been. Feel free to get out of your comfort zone, get out of that box, and hopefully, push that ball downfield and create something to get some momentum going your way.
Whatever it takes, man, whatever playbook you got to bust out to try something new, right? Invest in something that you haven't really looked at before. I think that's the move for Notre Dame. And Florida State, I mean, at this point, just keep doing what you're doing. They're up ahead so much. I mean, they could kind of just bleed the clock dry, just invest a lot into that running game and let D Money just put in some work. I mean, he has been already, so that's the move if Florida State want to stay ahead, as Florida State's going to get their hands back on the ball going into the third quarter. Good drive, puts it at 27. Good starting position for C.J. Jackson, the rest of the Florida State offense.
Yeah, Florida State's going to have a chance to come out here and make it a 35-point lead if they can score here on this drive. And, of course, C.J. Jackson, he's had a great game tonight with his 2 touchdowns.
Great stuff so far from Florida State. They've got opportunity to get back in this game and get ahead on top, much more ahead than they already are. I don't think Florida State's going to be stopping for nothing. Lining up straight middle of the field, 28-yard line. 3 receivers on the left side. D Money a little bit farther back. Scotty's looking for a target. Good throw out. Goes to C.J. Jackson for a first down.
Yeah, there's C.J. Jackson once again, his 6th catch, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's had a huge game so far tonight, and a lot of time to continue that. Cohen James on the stop there.
Hell of a way to start the third quarter. Florida State just needs to get this ball moving if they want to stay in control of this game. Good throw out to the right side, but not complete.
And good defense there by Raphael Watson, able to swat that one down, and Florida State with a 2nd and 10 here.
2 receivers on right. Handoff to D Money. Runs upfield, but gets dogpiled. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Clipping. Offense.
The unavoidable clipping call. Here it is.
Yeah, everyone's least favorite call. That's the 2nd time it's been called on them here in this game so far. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 19, so a lot of room to cover here.
A lot of room to cover. The 30-yard line, direct middle of the field, 2nd and 19. Handoff to D Money, but only able to find 2 yards. We surely need to see a pass here.
Yeah, 100%. 3rd and 17, 3rd and long. Cohen James on the stop. Let's see if the Notre Dame defense can hold here.
2 on right, 2 on left. Scally looking for a target. Perfect dart down the left side, but just a tad too high.
Got to give credit to Scally for trying to get that one past the sticks, but Notre Dame does a great job covering that one, and they're going to get this ball back.
And Notre Dame have a big opportunity to play with here. Ball caught at the 28. Bryson Richards able to get to the 30, but is put down. That leaves 70 yards for the Fighting Irish to get here if they want to put some more points on the board and maybe break out the double digits. 2 receivers on the left side. The right hash mark of the 31. Matt Perez steps back, looking for a target on the left side. It's incomplete.
Yeah, almost brought it in there, but the Florida State defense does a good job of punching that one out.
This could be a big run game for Mitchell Davis here, but he steps out instead. Matt Perez looking for a target way downfield. Amazing throw there. Amazing indeed.
Yeah, and that's Christopher Jackson on the 40-yard gain. He's just wide open downfield, and they're going to find him, and he's coming down with that one every single time, and a huge gain for the Fighting Irish.
Love to see that for the Irish. They've been putting on A bit of a shaky performance so far, but I've got high hopes that they make their way back into this game one play at a time. Two receivers on the right side, the left hash mark of the 30. Matt Perez has a lot of pressure in pocket, and he's put down before he can throw the ball away.
Monty Leak with the second sack of the night. A lot of pressure from Florida State. Just a huge play. He runs right into that one and not able to get that ball off, and Monty Leak is just there once again.
And lining back up the left side of the field, not quite the left hash mark, but the 38-yard line. Two receivers on the right side and two on left. Matt Perez looking for a target. Good throw on the left side. Able to find a couple yards. That's Desi Harrison on the 4-yard reception.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there. He's just going to have to check it down to the flat. Desi Harrison comes up with that one.
3 on right, 1 on left. Looking for a target yet again. Good throw down the middle. Down goes J.J. Ward. 4th and 9 is the field.
Yeah, they've had a really good drive so far, and they're going to kick the field goal here just to get some points on the board. I don't hate it.
Yeah, whatever it takes to get them in the double digits. On the kick here, that's Wally Wyatt, and it's secured. 10 points now for Notre Dame. Only 25 shy of beating up with Florida State, and that's even if the Fighting Irish defense can come alive and try and stop Florida State. We're going to find out on this next drive. That's C.J. Jackson on the 27-yard return. C-Jack making things happen for Florida State, trying to give them a decent starting position with the ball. Gets put down at the 30. And here comes the rest of the Florida State offense. Scally, D Money, and everybody else looking to make something big happen here. Good throw down the middle, but doesn't get completed.
Yeah, good stop there by the Notre Dame defense, and big 2nd and 10 here. Quinn Jeezy on the stop there.
2 on left, 1 on right. Hands it off, though, to D Money. Runs upfield, looks for a stiff arm, but a swarm of white just takes down D Money.
Well, only a 5-yard gain. Makes this 3rd down a little bit easier. They're 6 for 9 on 3rd down here tonight.
I like those odds. If I'm a betting man, I'll take those odds any day of the week. 2 on left side. Looks like Scally's going to take him 2. Up right side, but steps out of bounds. Zane Tree only able to find 2. And instead of risking it for the biscuit, we're just going to punt it downfield and try and put the Fighting Irish in a bit of a rough position.
Yeah, they have a comfortable lead. Maybe, get their defense warmed up a little bit more in this second half. Notre Dame's been playing a very good game in the second half. A solid return there by Bryson Richards.
And that was almost a 4th and out there on the defense from Notre Dame. Let's see if the offense can capitalize on this opportunity as the ball is put down at the 30-60-yard line. 3 receivers on left side, play action, moves 1 over. The defense reads it well. Matt Perez looking for a target, bit of pressure, forces a quick throw off to Dalton Wentz. 2nd and 3.
Good play there for Dalton Wentz. That's his 3rd catch of the night. He's just going to sit down on that. Able to make a nice little play there for 7 yards. Over on Twitch, we have a 7-yard touchdown pass to Eric Martin for UNC. They now trail 31-20 with 3:49 left in the 3rd.
5.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. On the right hash mark as Matt Perez steps back in the pocket. Quick throw up the middle. That's Desi Harrison for 1 yard. Just a little bit more will get them the chains moving.
Yeah, just a bit closer to that 3rd down. And, they have a really reliable option to get 1 yard. Let's see if they go to him here. They're 3 for 9 on 3rd down.
1 on each side. Mitchell Davis on the outside swing. Able to find that 1st down.
And in case you were wondering, that is who I was referring to when talking about the really reliable guy to get 1 yard. Of course, he gets 3 there to move the sticks. Wade Smith with his 10th tackle of the game as well.
That's Mitchell Davis, man. You asked him to jump. He says, how high? Matt Perez looking to lock in another 1st down. Quick throw down the middle of the field. Up the left side. That's Christopher Jackson. C-Jack on the 31-yard reception.
Yeah, every time they want that deep shot, they went to Christopher Jackson. And like you said, they say jump. He says how high. And a huge play there for Christopher Jackson up into or just outside of the red zone here for the Fighting Irish.
Love to see what Notre Dame is doing on this drive. Just a couple yards shy of a potential touchdown. Mitchell Davis runs up the left side, able to find a 6-yard rush.
Yeah, great blocks up front. He's able to get to the outside for a nice 6-yard gain as they get into the red zone here.
On the right side's 2 receivers, the left hash mark of the 15-yard line, and Notre Dame can just smell a touchdown. Into the end zone, just a tad too high. Matt Perez not able to get that one out.
Yeah, it looks like he just wanted to throw that one away to live the season, to see another down. Notre Dame 4 for 10 here on 3rd down, and see if they can convert this one.
That, or he might have been looking for one of the mascots back there on the right side. Matt Perez looking for a throw into the backfield yet again, this time aiming for a cheerleader.
Yeah, I don't know. That one looked a little bit personal as they're going to take their 3 here. Wally Wyatt on the kick.
And while it might not be as progressive as Notre Dame needs it to be, 3 points after getting that damn near 4-0 shutout from the defense, that's a step in the right direction. It might not seem massive right here on the grand scheme of things, but I think they're starting to come alive here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they've came up with a couple of nice stops here so far in the 2nd half, and you know, I'm totally not against going for 3 and taking your points whenever you get it. But at some point, you got to get into the end zone if you want to chip your way back into this.
Exactly. These slow, methodical drives from Fighting Irish, just they can't be happening here. Not at this point in the game. There's too many points to be made up for. There's not enough time on the clock. I mean, I think it would just take so much reliability on this slow drive. I don't know if Notre Dame can consistently do what they just did in the past 5 minutes, but we'll see as the game goes on. Ball back in hand for Florida State here at the 35-yard line. Good throw up middle, and Chris Clark gets shut down right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, really tight window throws you're going to see here in between, you know, his own receiver and a couple of Notre Dame defenders able to make that catch and up to midfield for the Seminoles. We got a Twitch update here in just a moment.
Lining back up on the ball, the 50-yard line. 1 receiver on each side. D-Money in the backfield. That's a handoff to D. And, oh, Lord, who was that?
And not able to get the block there. That's Quinn Jeezy there on the tackle for loss. And over on Twitch, we have a 5-yard touchdown pass to John Lee, and Virginia Tech now leads 38-20 with 1:50 left in the 3rd.
Quinn Jeezy, blink and you'll miss him, just shut down D-Money. That was unexpected, but I love to see that defense from Notre Dame. 2nd and 13 does get slapped down yet again. Scally can't quite find the completion. This could be a 4-0 shutout yet again from the D.
I have Florida State 6 for 10 on 3rd down, and they have a long one here. Notre Dame doing a really good job shutting them down on 3rd downs in the 2nd half.
Scally again looking for a throw. Oh, barely complete downfield. Chris Clark for 31 yards. Big step in the right direction for Florida State.
Yeah, able to find his man Chris Clark up the seam. Just pretty much wide open there, and Carlos Banks on the stop. Huge play by Florida State to keep this drive alive.
But are we on life support, or are we alive and well? That's what we'll find out soon here. 1st down. We're just 23 yards shy of a touchdown for Florida State. D-Money gets his hands on the ball and runs up the right side, but no yards found. No yards lost either, though.
Kai Rainey on the stop there, and a good stop there by the Notre Dame defense. Need a couple of more here if you want to get Florida State off the field.
And ball back in hand. This time another handoff to D-Money, who swings it outside. Look at his feet, man. It's like looking at Sonic the Hedgehog. You see how fast he's moving right there?
Yeah, gotta go fast, gotta go faster. And over on Twitch, we have a 46-yard touchdown pass to Xavier King as the Tar Heels are trying to stay in it. 38-27 now with 1 minute and 24 seconds left in the 3rd.
1 on each side. FSU lining up on the right hash mark of the 8-yard line. Another handoff to D-Money brings. That's a Davian Augustin on the rush. 5 yards found. 2nd and goal. And we're just a couple yards away.
Yeah, they're inching closer to the end zone with each run. See D-Money now back in the backfield now.
This could be Notre Dame's Alamo-worthy defense, but that defense is not alive now. Barely gets his feet in the end zone. A Davian Augustin with a touchdown for Florida State.
They're going to extend the lead here Davian Augustin making a good play there, good blocks up front, and just finds his way into the end zone. Nice stiff arm there too as well, making a big play to extend the lead for Florida State.
And another kick that is good. 42 for Florida State. And Notre Dame have a lot of points to make up for with only 13, but they are getting their hands back on the ball. Let's see how they do it. And Bryson Richards on the return, 26 yards found.
Solid return there by Richards, and if you're Notre Dame, got to get this ball into the end zone some way or another.
2 on right, 2 on left, towards the left hash mark of the 25-yard line. Notre Dame play action moves one over to the left. 3 on left side. Matt Perez looking for a target. Good throw out to the right. That's Mitchell Davis on the reception for 6.
A solid 6-yard gain. Still a lot of time left in this game, but you still got to move a bit quickly with this 29-point deficit. Wade Smith on the stop.
And 2 on left, 1 on right. Matt Perez looking for a target yet again. Good throw out to the left. Goes to Dalton Wentz this time, but only 1 yard found.
That's his 4th catch of the game. He's got 40 yards on the night. Makes this 3rd down just a bit closer here, and they're 4th for 11 on 3rd down.
This could be a big run here. Look at everybody lined up on the line of scrimmage, but instead looking for a throw. Matt Perez sacked in the backfield yet again.
A huge play there by Monty Leak for his 3rd sack of the night. He gets swarmed by a bunch of defenders. Frost Winter in there as well. But Monty Leak going to be the one credited with the sack, and Notre Dame looking to punt this one back.
Great shutout from Florida State. Notre Dame going to give them the ball back, but way downfield. So they got to work for their next touchdown. Running upfield, able to get the 50-yard line placement for the ball. Alexander Schultz with a decent return.
Yeah, he's been great so far tonight as well.
And the right hash mark, a little bit closer towards the 50. The money on the handoff, but good Lord, he's put down.
He just gets swallowed up there by Raphael Watson and a bunch of other defenders there on the outside. A good stop there. Looks like Florida State's kind of taking a more conservative approach, trying to, preserve their lead and just run the clock down as much as possible.
2 on left side. D Money gets his hands on the ball yet again, but they're reading that handoff pretty well. Notre Dame make it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, he does a good job right there. Kai Rainey does swallowing up D Money. We have a Twitch update here in just a moment.
2 receivers on each side. Scally looking for a target. Way downfield. Good Lord, that's a touchdown for Florida State.
Alexander Schultz on that one. That's Scally's 5th touchdown pass of the night. And speaking of touchdowns over on Twitch, we have a 30-yard touchdown pass to Savannah Olzer, and the Hokies are going to go up 45-27 with 8:38 left in that game.
And the kick is successful yet again. Great results there from Andrew Pence and the rest of the offense for Florida State. 49 points, and we're not even in the 4th quarter yet. Talk about a high-scoring game, and Notre Dame dreams are starting to slowly shiver away as they're forced to kneel down. They get the easy point here at the 20.
A solid field position, and you look at this defense from Florida State just making a ton of great plays. I believe they have 5 total sacks on the night, 3 from Leak, and 1 from Solid, I think 1 from Frost Winter there as well. They've been playing a really good job. This defensive front has just a defense all around.
And the 25-yard line for the Fighting Irish offense. 3 receivers on the right side. Good throw down the middle. Goes to Desi Harrison.
A solid 9-yard gain from Harrison, and a 36-point deficit here for Notre Dame. They're going to have to be on go mode for the rest of this game.
34-yard line, 2nd and 1. Matt Perez looking for a throw. He's going to run upfield and find that first down himself. Able to get to the 50, slides in for safety, and that's the smart play if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, able to take it himself, get up past the sticks. Of course, keep himself safe and slide down whenever it gets hot. Up past midfield, and a good play there for Matt Perez.
And with 2 receivers, 3 on right side, 1 on left, the right hash mark of the 49. That's the 3rd quarter being wrapped up, folks. 13 for Notre Dame. Fighting Irish, and the Seminoles have 49. Good Lord, that's a lot of points to be caught up for Notre Dame. We're going to cut to a break. We'll be right back. And we're right back in it, folks. Right back in it as Notre Dame are in control of the football and are barely more than halfway down the field with 2 receivers on each side. Matt Perez looking for a quick throw. That one goes towards Mitchell Davis for a 9-yard reception.
And a solid game there for Mitchell Davis as they get up past midfield with that one.
3 receivers on the left, 2 on right. Matt Perez doing his best to keep this dream alive for the Fighting Irish. Christopher Jackson, 13 yards on the reception.
Great play there by Christopher Jackson. He's had a great game in that as well. He has 83 yards. We have a Twitch update here in a moment as well.
And on the throw yet again, Matt Perez, right side. Good throw, Kevin Wheeler for 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
That one hung in there for a second. Over on Twitch, we have a 9-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Richardson, his 2nd of the night. UNC still trails 45-33 after the 2-point conversion is no good. 6:43 left in that game over on Twitch.
Good throw up the middle from Perez. Goes to Dalton Wentz for a 9-yard reception, 1st down.
And a huge play there by Wentz to move the sticks, and he breaks off a couple of defenders for a nice 9-yard gain.
3 receivers on the left. The Fighting Irish dream is never truly gone. Handoff this time goes towards Mitchell Davis, who runs up the right side of the field, just shy of a 1st down. Looks like touchdown territory for Notre Dame as they line back up on the ball and look to make something big happen here. Look in the backfield, that's Davis, but looks like Perez looking for a throw upfield instead, but it's incomplete.
A tight window throw there, but of course, Florida State defense closes in on that one and forces an incompletion. 3rd and 2 here, and Notre Dame 4 for 12 on 3rd down tonight.
3 receivers on the left, the right hash mark. Mitchell Davis gets slaughtered in the backfield. Good Lord.
And Frost Winter coming down with that tackle for loss there. He just absolutely obliterates Mitchell Davis. It's 4th and 6. Are they going to go for it? They do.
And a lot of work to be put in here. Left side, 2 receivers, 2 on right as well. Matt Perez looking for a deep throw. 4th and 6. They need to make something happen here, and pushed almost into the end zone there. That is a 1st down. This time the ball goes towards Florida State as the Notre Dame defense lines up right next to the end zone, just shy of where they were supposed to be moments ago. D-Money gets his hands on the handoff. Oh my God, that's a lot of yards.
Yeah, solid game there for D-Money over on Twitch. We have a 51-yard touchdown run for John Lee. That's his 3rd touchdown tonight. Virginia Tech now up 52-33 with 5:51 left in the game.
Florida State just need to bleed this clock dry, and with 7 minutes left here at the 4th quarter, they can do that with ease. D-Money gets another handoff, runs upfield for 2nd and inches.
And they can give this ball to D-Money for the rest of this game if they wanted to, and it's going to be hard to stop him. He's making big play after big play here.
Between him and Davian Augustin, this running game from Florida State has been damn near unstoppable. Good throw off to the left side, and Paulie Boomer just trucks through one, but another puts him down.
Yeah, Paulie Boomer doing his best Big Show impression there with a nice choke slam on the defender, it looks like. And he's able to push forward. They're up by a lot, but the effort is not slowing down.
Yeah, Florida State with their WrestleMania moment there. This ball back in hand for Scally. Good throw up left side. This one goes towards Zane Tree for 22.
A great play there by Zane Tree. He's got 5 catches on the night, and that's his biggest one of the night so far. And when in doubt, corner out, of course. They hit him there wide open for a good gain.
I don't know if you saw in the sportsbook, Val, for 50 points or higher on Florida State, but something tells me that's going to be found pretty soon here. So we're lining back up on the ball. 3 receivers on right side. Looking for a big throw downfield, but pressure in the pocket takes the ball away, but not picked up by Notre Dame.
He's hit as he throws there, and I believe Zach Workman, was the man that hit Scally there.
3 on right side yet again. Handoff again goes towards the money, but no yards found. 3rd and 10.
That's a great play by Kareem Klein in the backfield for a tackle for loss and a big 3rd down coming up for the Fighting Irish defense.
2 things are happening here. 1, they're using that slow, methodical push down the field to keep the ball in their control. 2, they're bleeding out the clock by just keeping the ball going towards the money again and again. This time they tried for a throw downfield, but it is what it is. Didn't complete. We're going to punt it away to Notre Dame and put them as far back as possible.
A safe lead for Florida State. I mean, Notre Dame, we've seen crazier things. They can work their way back into this. But with every tick of the clock, we see those chances go down.
I mean, I know the time is there. I just don't know if the potential from Notre Dame is there. Based on what we've seen in this game so far, this Florida State defense has been just far too alive for Notre Dame to really bust out any stops here. It's going to take a couple successful Hail Marys to even make this feasible. But you know what? That doesn't stop Notre Dame from fighting through. 6 yards found. 2nd and 4 is the move.
That's his 6th catch of the night. Dalton Wentz able to get a nice 6-yard gain there, and big 2nd down here.
Good throw up middle. Perfect spiral. Quick dart goes towards Desi Harrison for a 25-yard reception. I love to see this 4th quarter mentality from the Fighting Irish. The game's not over until it's over.
Yeah, perfectly placed throw there for Harrison, and he just takes that one and gets a little more for good measure, and they're up at midfield now. Good drive here so far for the Fighting Irish.
Less than halfway down the field until they can smell the glorious grass in the end zone. Matt Perez looking for a throw way downfield, up left side, not complete though, deflected by Howard.
SB Howard with great coverage there, just underthrown. Could have taken that the other way, but a good deflection nonetheless.
2nd and 10. This could be another pass. Yes, it is. Matt Perez, deep throw up right, and almost deflected. It is deflected yet again.
A great job by the Florida State defense. Notre Dame 4 for 13 on the big money down tonight.
And 2 receivers on left side, 1 on right. Matt Perez looking for a throw. Mitchell Davis gets his hands on it, but can't quite find any yardage. We're 4th and 11.
And the defensive tackle Frost Winter making his way out there and getting the stop there for the Seminoles defense, just wreaking havoc against Mitchell Davis. Over on Twitch, with a 3-yard touchdown run by quarterback Johnny Hancock for the Tar Heels. Virginia Tech still leads 52-40 with 3:20 left in the game.
Punt downfield, giving it back to Florida State. We're going to call it even with the 25. That's about how it goes. I think it's smart for Florida State. They just want to hold on to this ball for as long as they can. Keep handing it off to D Money, David Augustin. Just let that clock run dry and don't give Notre Dame a chance to fight back here. But we're going for a pass play instead. Up left side, that's CJ Jackson for a 12-yard reception.
Yeah, he's going to continue his big game with that one. 7 catches for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Carlos Banks on the stop and move the chains, Florida State.
And looking for another throw here. Up the right side. This one goes pretty far past the 50, past the 40, but stepped out of bounds. That's Chris Clark for a 33-yard reception.
Yeah, he's had a huge game tonight, too. That's his 10th catch of the night. You see great route here on the slant, and Scally's just been hitting those all night long. Bounces off a defender there, and just a lot of open space to run after. Great play there by Clark.
A lot of speed there. I mean, a lot of people are saying it's Chris Clark. I thought that was Clark Kent. I don't know if you saw how fast he was moving there, but, man, he's got some feet under him as we get into the 4-minute mark of the 4th quarter. And Florida State still holding on to the ball, looking for some more points on the board. Great throw up right side, but Alexander Schultz steps out of bounds just shy of the end zone. 26-yard reception puts them first and goal.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm saying this a lot, but this guy's having a big game as well. Alexander Schultz up to 155 yards on the night. This just goes to show the talent that Florida State has on their team.
Yeah, definitely nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of talented players on the side of Florida State brought up field. The money couldn't find any yardage, but we're keeping that clock moving.
And Mike Anderson on the tackle for loss there, and D-Money has 19 carries for 78 yards tonight. He's had a big game as well. It's second and goal here for the Seminoles.
And one on each side here. Florida State maybe looking for the 50. Can they make this happen here? Can they make this next touchdown go through? Yes, they can. C.J. Jackson with a touchdown for Florida State.
And C.J. Jackson with the hat trick. That's his third touchdown of the night. Continues an already huge game. And an even bigger touchdown there. What a great performance from him so far. As Florida State looking to take a 42-point lead after this kick.
56 points. And Notre Dame dreams have never been so foggy. They cannot see what's going on here. It has been a wild night for the Fighting Irish, and I'm not sure how much fight's left in them.
And 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. You're probably just looking for some momentum towards, next week. But a great game from Florida State so far, and a great return here by Bryson Richards.
3 minutes left on the clock. 3 timeouts still for Notre Dame. Maybe they can find a little more points, but I think that this game may or may not be wrapped. 3 receivers on the right side. And up the field we go. Val, I'm wondering, so now that FSU is ahead to this point, what does this mean going for the weeks forward?
I mean, Florida State with this win here, they advance to 2-1 in their conference, which still, puts them at third, but the Twitch game matters a lot here. North Carolina is 2-0 in the conference, but it looks like, they're fighting for their life over there against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech would advance to 2-1 with the victory over North Carolina, so we're just going to say that Florida State, as of now, they hang in that second place spot, with that North Carolina loss. So, I mean, top 3 teams in each conference are shoo-ins for the playoffs. So, I mean, they're sitting pretty good right now with the win here.
Yeah, it's definitely putting them in a good spot. Notre Dame still doing their best to fight back, and a couple yards found here and there. They just got a first down through. Matt Perez looking for a deep throw off right side, but he hit one of the cheerleaders for FSU.
Yeah, he's just going to throw that one away, and that one looked personal, of course, throwing that at a cheerleader. A big play here, a big drive for the momentum, for future momentum. Notre Dame here.
That's why they call them the Fighting Irish. They don't give up until the final snap. His 2-minute mark has been, we're almost there at the 2-minute mark for the fourth quarter, and just a lot of fight still being had from Notre Dame. But Florida State, they know they've got this under wraps. I mean, at this point, I'm sure they're working in their second string, giving their first string guys a break, let them stay healthy going forward in the remainder of the weeks going forward. And it's been a hell of a game to watch so far. It looked a lot more back and forth once we were in the fourth quarter. It was 7-14 at one point, Val. I'm sure you remember, you were there. Yeah, but I think Florida State just kind of erupted. They kept that momentum going, and Notre Dame just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, and over on Twitch, that game matters a lot too. Over on Twitch, a 19-yard touchdown pass to Xavier King. That's his second of the night. And UNC is looking for a miracle. They trail 55-46 with just 5 seconds left, as their 2-point conversion was no good.
So on the side of Notre Dame, as they're giving the ball back to Florida State, what do you think they could do to try and increase their potential to win some games going forward?
Sorry, repeat that one more time.
What do you think Notre Dame's potential is as far as winning games going forward?
I mean, this is going to be their 6th loss on the season. I don't know that playoffs is in their mindset, going forward. But I mean, for Rookie, this is a rebuilding year for him. And we actually just got a final over on Twitch. Virginia Tech wins 55-46. But this is a rebuilding year for the Notre Dame guys. And, you know, Wookie's a Hall of Fame AD for a reason, man. He turned LSU around in a couple of seasons, you know. It's just a lot to look forward to for the future, you know, in terms of, you know, the names in charge over there. Mm-hmm. So a lot of good things to look forward to if you're Notre Dame, even though this season hasn't quite went your way yet.
And with 20 seconds left on the clock, this should be the last snap right here. Florida State wrapping things up for their final play of the game. 56 points on the board. Good Lord, that is an amazing achievement as Notre Dame were able to get 13 back and not quite make it there.
And if you're a betting person, this was just 1.5 points shy of the over. So if you took the under, you're looking pretty good in your virtual pockets as the clock runs out here.
And that is wraps, folks. Notre Dame 13, Florida State Seminoles. That is 56 points on the board. Any final comments you have, Val?
I mean, this was just an all-around complete game from Florida State. TJ Scally, 7 total touchdowns on the night. Just all of the Florida State, they should go celebrate. That was a great win. Notre Dame, don't hang your head too low. A lot to look forward to in the future, even though this season hasn't been the best. They have a lot of things going for them with Wookie there. And yeah, Florida State coming out of here with a big victory.
All right, folks, that'll be it for today. Thank you to everyone involved with PX1 Sports, especially to Austin Crow and Mike Peters for making this happen for us. Thank you, Val, for joining me here in the booth, and thank you to the audience joining us at home. But we will be back tomorrow at 6:30 on the Twitch and YouTube for some more CFSL action. You don't want to miss it.